kitten and more waffles.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Hampshire Outdoors Survival. Let's get that out of there. That feels a bit more comfortable.
Good evening, Lockhoppers. Good evening, Stuart.
Hello, Lockhoppers. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you are warm, toasty, and out of the wind where you are in your secret location.
Loved the video yesterday.
Yeah, one of the best videos I've seen in ages. You couldn't have done it better.
Good evening, Dirty Faces.
It was a superb video. That warning to people, mate. Well done, well done. If only more people were doing things like that, and you live this, so if anything, that's a message to you. Can't get a better message or recommendation to all us YouTubers that are wanting to go out, have our adventures, and show everybody how big our muscles are and how big our googlies are. Look at me, I'm in a storm in force 91 degrees and scared of a deer because it's going to run at me. Give me a headbutt. Must be Scottish.
I did laugh. I saw a photograph today, and it's so huge oak tree, obviously in someone's garden, and there's a note on it saying, "Has anyone lost this really big bra?" And this huge white bra was hung up on the branches.
Yeah, and so
she was blessed, that girl.
Your warning, the way you put that out there, was absolutely spot on. Now,
evening, TJ.
I'm not decrying anybody that goes out and has adventures. I'm not decrying anybody that goes out into environments like that, or storms, or snow, and does their camps. That is brilliant. One of the things those guys, and the majority of them, are quite experienced, is always temperate with the fact that you have got young people, you've got the untrained, the uninitiated watching your videos that may then think, if you could do it, that was so easy. Don't highlight to them the risks, highlight to them the dangers, show them the backups and procedures you have in case it goes tits up. And that way you're doing so much more for the cause. Because again, you have to remember, in every single video you do or make, there may be somebody out there who, and I'm going to be politically incorrect now, and I know I'll get some hate for it, but might not be too bright, who watches that and goes, "Yeah, I'm going to do it too." So again, temper the adventure.
They said they still get haters.
Oh, you always will.
Yeah, someone's got to be a twat about things.
You will always get haters, and do you know what? Invariably, those haters are just jealous. I would say to you, in 99% of those haters aren't actually haters. They just sit there going, "Not fair. Look what he's doing. I wish I could do it." And I'll tell you what they're probably doing. They're probably sitting there going, stuck indoors, my lifestyle. Change your lifestyle. If you want to be a log hopper, if you want to be a nomad, change your lifestyle. Because I'm pretty sure log hoppers will say to you, yes, it's a wonderful lifestyle we live. It's a lifestyle we choose and we enjoy it. But you have to temper it. I have no doubt there is the odd occasion where there is something they sit there and they go, "Do you know what? Today I could have really done with a." Right? As simple as that. And something that we all take for granted. I'm an outdoorsman. I'm an adventurer. I love being outdoors. I love having my adventures. I love my climbing. I love going into the wilds, jungles, deserts, everything else. I love it all. Give it to me. I love snow. I love high altitude. Do you know what I also love? A really long, hot shower and a nice, warm porcelain seat to sit on. So you've got to temper both sides of it, but again, those people that are haters aren't haters. It's jealousy. It's they in their minds they wish they could live your lifestyle and basically don't have the gumption, the balls, the strength, will, determination to do it.
Steph, how are you feeling now? Because I know you've not been out because you've not been so good. We've got quite a few in the house already.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get them now and again,
Where
don't you?
Where did they all come from? Did they all come through the door at the same time?
Yeah, they slipped in. So slipped in.
Mickey's,
been a real pain.
Mickey's crease t-shirt for Christmas.
Don't stop believing.
Do not ever
Yes.
stop believing. Simple as. So that's as close to a t-shirt to
And a white t-shirt of that. He don't do white t-shirts.
no, but saw it. Had to have it.
Yeah,
So
it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
He got even Santa's got tattoos.
about sums me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
That's-
evening, T.
That's how I believe Santa should travel.
I've been
what
out
I'm
today
saying.
for light duties. Good
Good.
on you.
Good on you, mate.
Ken said Ogra's looking his age. Classic.
Not far off there, actually.
Yeah. Too much beer.
Oh, Ogre. I haven't thought of him for years.
I like the old his back thing. These
Yeah.
backrest. Yeah.
So Ogre was a character. We used to have a motorcycle magazine here in the UK, Motorcycle News, and there was a cartoon strip in it for donkey's years. I mean, it literally ran from the beginning of time, and it was a character, Ogre, the biker. Yeah, for those of you who remember. And his little dog, what was his little dog called? He had a little dog, didn't he? A little white dog. Yeah, that's a fun game to it. So there we go. That takes me back.
Now you might be seeing that. I don't know if we'll get to wear that again because it depends whether it changes colour or gets spilt or not.
Probably won't survive the evening. Me in white, it doesn't work
No.
too well for me. I have this natural ability to self-camouflage, so it doesn't matter where I am in the world. Stuff just gets attracted to me.
Yeah, it's like it'll test. It's like when he does the oil in the car,
Yeah.
or he does something on his motorbike. The first thing he does is his hands just go straight.
Yeah.
Go, so you always end up with above the knees these streaks.
It's that permanent 10-year-old.
I see. Stuart had forgotten about the dog.
Yeah.
That'd be the question. You see, his beard's like that. Excellent.
Excellent. That's what we like. My beard used to be like that. We'll try and dig out some photographs at a later date for you. But
When he picked up on his bikes, we went up to Wales to get it, didn't we?
Yeah.
And there's a lot. You couldn't see much of him, and it was really.
There wasn't a
beard.
lot of face to see. It was all just hair. Well, I tell you what, this time of year, big old bushy. I know I used to do. So I used to do big old bushies, full stretch. But it used to annoy me because I used to get hot under here. So I used to sort of shave it down, not to a goatee, but almost, and then have a cat weasel on it. So it would come down to about here, and then I'd then.
I think I've got one that he did. You know when they put stuff in their beard and sort of
Waxed
mould it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he actually had it in 3.
Hmm.
So it's like a crow's foot coming off his chin.
And I used to plait it.
Oh
Yeah, all that sort of
yeah.
thing. You know what? I found one problem. Plaiting beards are cool. And then we got some beard charms, and Kaz used to make the beard charms, so I put beard charms in it. So imagine I've got a long plaited beard down to about here with a beard charm in the end of it. And I'm like, this looks so cool. I'm going out on a bike. So I always wear an open face helmet. And at the time I had the American style helmet, so it's just like the cut on the top. So
Sussex put pink bows in it.
So I am, ape hangers, down the local carriageway, one-handed, about 60 mile an hour, looking so cool. And then I just looked across like that, somebody in a car as you do, and I looked back looking mean. And at that point my beard went flap, 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 and beat the hell out of my face. So I'm so glad I was wearing shades because my beard, it literally went, don't be an arrogant twat, stop staring at people and frightening their children, you twat.
You have to get the little Tibetan charms, and I used the hooks that you use to make the jewellery, and I made it so you could put it in your beard and use the old loom bands to hold it in your beard.
Yeah.
And people started asking me, and I used to sell them
Mac.
all over the place. I
Evening,
used to have
Mac.
little Viking axes and deer and swords
Yeah,
and wolf teeth, and yeah.
yeah.
Evening, Mac.
FU crew, hiya,
FU
mate.
crew.
Sticks, evening,
Sticks.
mate. So yeah, so that's what we've used to beat myself to death.
He
with
got
it
new
being on the
T-shirt
bike.
sticks. Look, don't stop believing.
Yeah, actual fact. Looking
And it
at
says Santa's merch on there.
that. Is that a Suzuki 650 single?
It's a V-twin. It's a
Or-
V-twin.
Yeah, but could it be a fake? No, it's got to be. Yeah. Oh, that's a bloody funny old engine.
But
That is.
a bit overdone on the old springs in the front there.
Well, it's not bad. So I reckon what 6-inch over springers.
Good evening, Simon.
Yeah.
Welcome. What about Simon Ridley's here?
Oh yeah, Simon, how you doing, mate?
Welcome.
So yeah, I am just showing off my white T-shirt, which won't stay white for long because, as we've already said, I have the ability to self-camouflage.
Yes, Mac. He's wearing a white T-shirt. Yeah.
But at least it's not white socks.
No.
Socks.
And you can see we've got a few of the old pretty lights.
And we've got some lights up, so sort of like get into the spirit. And you see there's nothing on the board. The board is the list.
Good evening, Virginia.
So we now have a list, or we put it up as a list. Naughty or nice?
FU Crew said that it could be a Vulcan 454, or was it 545?
Could be, actually. Could be.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put my hand on my nipples.
I
don't know. Maybe they're cold. Yeah, could be. Definitely a hardtail, though.
He looks, those tats are make him look a bit reptilian.
Yeah. I tell you, he's a big old boy, isn't he? Swapping that bike, whatever it is. Must be me or Jace. Do excuse me, what do I just drop down there? Let me just check it's nothing that the dog is going to attempt to eat.
Yeah, he's been a bit of a bugger. He had his tempe. He went to the groomers yesterday. I'm gonna get you.
And since he's had his grooming, he's turned into a juvenile.
There you go. Look, it's not such a mookie anymore. Well,
that light's a bit better. Yeah. Psycho puppy. You see the stare then?
Kickstart, that's it. Ogrey's dog. Yeah.
Yes. Well done, mate. You Googled it, didn't you? You Googled it.
Do you know, you said when we went to pick him up from the groomers yesterday, the amount of people's Christmas decorations. I saw someone had a light up stag, and that had blown off the stand outside their house, and the antlers are broken off. But it's not as bad as the bloke that we saw. Yeah. He was putting his house lights up on a really big ladder, and as we came up towards him, he got hit in the head by the ladder.
Yeah, walked away. The ladder,
and his wife just stood there holding what was left the other end of these lights, and it took a car in front of us to stop and run back to him.
20 foot of ladder, and it just went like that. And it was one of those things you could see it happening, but you could do nothing because we're driving, and there is no way we could have done anything. But you could see it happening, and it knocked him to the floor.
He was laying on his head on the pavement with his hands on his head,
and the car in front of me stopped. His wife was there. The car in front of me stopped, and I actually did a quick appraisal. Went, he's moving. He hasn't been knocked out.
Yeah, thank you.
It just that'll be another one to the crowd. They've stopped, and there's nothing, any head injury like that. Do you know what? If it's a bad head injury, there's nothing you can do but call an ambulance, stabilise. That's it. So I'm like, there's 3 people there already. Just going to make a cluster of it, and I drove on by. So hopefully he's all right.
It wasn't not a good plan to go putting them on the edge of your roof.
I just wonder if that was him or his missus. I wonder if it was like,
you will put those lights up for me.
Has he turned around for the last 2 weekends and gone, I will do it eventually, but and she's just got to the point where, storm what?
So unfortunately, there was a poor van driver lost his life yesterday, Saturday. Yeah. With hitting his van.
There's been a couple of people killed, hasn't there? It's terrible. Christmas tree in my front garden on Friday, and Mrs. said it would blow away 100 metres of paracord.
Yeah, it won't go far. Mind you, it'd be great for Google Earth because you did look for the Christmas tree.
There's paracord and bivvy pegs. That'll hold a bugger down.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
parts of Llandudno, the actual pier. Um, the little businesses they have, those little wooden buildings that as you go onto the piers, like at Brighton, they actually got ripped right off the.
Yeah, log hoppers. Right, it has been really bad. We have there's 2 deaths. There's numerous. Right, in Borden in Hampshire, not far from us, it triggered a tornado which flattened a building, ripped the petrol station to pieces, laid it all out across the road,
roof.
made a hell of a mess. There's been places have lost their roofs. There have been
A30 outside Winchester. They shut the motorway yesterday to remove trees. They thought they were going to come down onto the motorway.
And there was several 100,000 homes without electricity at one point.
It's 48,000 in Ireland.
Yeah,
and there was some in Somerset as well.
So, yeah, it's been pretty bad, mate. Pretty bad. It hit hard. And it was one of those sneaky storms as well.
Bluff was a real mess.
It didn't look that bad. It was one of those storms, honestly, didn't look that bad until you were out in it. Me and Kaz, we went out yesterday, took Pup to the groomers and that.
We've actually rung the groomers and said, are you open? Because they're out in old barns belonging to a farm. So
driving along in the car, and I mean, bear in mind, it's a little Honda CR-V, so it's reasonably weighty, but driving along in it, and fine. And then I've just come around the corner, hit the wind the wrong way, and the old car give a proper, so, oh, blimey, that was a shove and a half. So, yeah, it was a bit of a sneaky one. And, I mean, again, hats off to you guys. You picked just the right place in the woods. Got your younger trees, which are more flexible, less prone to snapping. And if they did come down, if you've got one of those really powerful sweepers that just knocks everything flat, they're light enough that you're not going to be crushed. You might lose your tent and get a bit of a battering from it, but you're okay.
Yeah, because that Borden one, it actually the garage roofs come off and landed right in the middle of the road, and that actually got a severe weather site on Facebook and the UK storm and tornado warning site. So it
happens. So.
It's still a bit fluffy out there. Willa doesn't like it. He goes, I'm not going out there.
Well, you got that much fluff.
We ain't got so much fluff now. He's
No, you didn't like the wind blowing up your wazoo, do you, mate? No.
Yeah, it's a bit unnerving when you're out and you hear a crack. You think, oh, that's one going. Yeah.
Oh, crikey, yeah. What else will we get onto? You have to be sort of prepared for it mentally and physically, don't you?
Yeah.
You have to be sorted for it.
When they actually give you warnings and say, do not go out, then just don't go out, Yeah, up the wazoo, yes.
Yeah, up his wild wazoo.
Sussex, you should tap your feet together and do this place, no place like home.
It was quite ferocious. And again, storms, they happen every year. They come in. Frequency has changed slightly, but I don't think I've known a year we haven't had it. They did actually
say on the telly that it's been the worst winds in the south for 2 years. And I think it was quite windy, but I think I've known bigger, stormier times than that. Yeah.
The last couple of years, yeah. But again, that's media for you, isn't it? And the media, let's face it, they do like to play it up a bit. I mean, let's face it, it'll only be 2 days before the Daily Express, Daily Mail, Daily Trans, whatever paper bloody sits there and goes, Arctic blizzard! Yeah. Britain's going to be whited out and it's going to be dramatic. And then when you read the article, it goes, snow expected in the northeast of Scotland.
Yeah, they're crafty like that. The other day, there was loads of pictures of Morrison's up north, and someone had put these pictures, and there was nothing there. The fruit and veg trays were empty, shelves empty, and you think people are panic buying, and they're making out that it was panic buying. No, what happened? The lorries broke down and the electric went on in the shop. That's why there was no panic buying at all. It was all down to the media going, look, see, they're starting to panic buy.
Come on, media.
You're missing out.
Pull your fingers out. Buying. Get some integrity back. Yeah, get some integrity back, or we'll all turn our backs on you.
Good evening, Lake District.
Oh,
yeah, free firewood. It's always good. There's always a good thing.
every downside has an up.
And you don't have to chop it down yourself. It's already pre-laid.
Well, what's the law say? In most places, if it is,
Will you stop it?
naturally wind blown, natural fall, or dead standing is usually legally available for firewood. So yeah, bring it on. And at the end of the day, people sit there and say, "Oh, it's terrible, but nature."
It's not as bad as that the Great Storm in '97. Bloody hell, that was
Yeah, nature has a balance, and storms are part of that balance in a woodland. If a tree comes down in the woodland and dies, that is biomass going back into the ground that allows the fungi in, but more importantly, it's going to allow light in. When the roots come up, it creates a pool, it creates a dew pond. It's a whole cycle of life. What some people see as a terrible fall or tree that's blown down, quite often I sit and look at it and go, you know, it's reached the end of its cycle. That's why it's blown down. And it's a whole new creation of life, energy, resources in that area.
When animals die in things like this, it's the other animals that's their food.
Yeah,
it's not a horrible way to think about it, but that's the truth of it.
Well, that's one of the reasons I have a habit of, if I see something clouted on the road, I'll stop, and if I'm able to, drag it off, get it away from the road, even if it means dragging it sort of 5-6 meters into the hedgerow, into the bushes, because again, everything uses resources, and you've got birds carrying birds, you've got badgers, you've got the foxes, you've got all the other things that are going to be drawn to that. So if you can pull it off the road, that gets to go through its natural cycle.
We stopped once. We saw a woodpecker fly into a car, so we turned the car around and went back. And unfortunately, it had passed. But the tongue was out, and you see them pecking at the trees to say they're going there bugs. But I'd never realised their tongue is like a chameleon's tongue. It's like those things you blow at Christmas. You know, the little whistle things. It was so long, but unfortunately, I had to see the bird dead to be able to say, "Blimey!"
But again, it's natural cycles, isn't it? So
good evening, son, all the way there from Prague.
Hey Dan, how you doing? Coppice or bust?
Yeah,
too right, son.
Right. Yeah, no coppers. Our son Dan was he did all sorts of forestry.
Pretty much if it's outdoors, Dan does it.
Yeah. Fence, natural hedge laying and
hurdle making, charcoal burning.
Does it, Sutties? Yeah. I knew that they would have a long tongue, but it wasn't until I actually saw that one.
Yeah, it's quite an impressive thing to say, and I know it's not an easy. It's something I would suggest people, if it's safe to do so, to do, because you're stopping something else from getting clouted trying to feed on it. And at the end of the day, you are helping nature along rather than it just getting obliterated on the road, but only if it's safe to do so. If it's not safe to do so, then look after yourselves. That's the priority.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yes, Willow. Dan's there, which pretty means Isildur is there with him. But
yes, and you're not running around with Isildur.
No.
It's some fascinating things in nature. I was actually... Winter's here, so our herbery has died down, and I was out this morning putting birdseed out for the birdies. No alcohol today. Tango apple. Yeah, being a good boy.
I got aloe with strawberry.
Where our mints died back, I looked down and I suddenly realised I've got a collection of skulls there that I've picked up over the years.
We've got a fox,
badger. Up skulls, and I bring them home and I put them in the herbery. Don't ask me why, just seems the right thing to do. And I've got a weasel skull out there.
It puts a fay off trying to steal the birds.
Badger skull out there. Numerous deer skulls from muntjacs through to seeker deer.
We know you used to have a skull of a murderer.
Yeah.
One, didn't we?
Yeah. I've got a mink skull out there. That's quite interesting to see. So again, and it's just one of those things when you're out walking in the woods, quite often you come across those. A friend of mine used to do a lot of drumming on a Celtic drum, and a fox's thigh bone was something that people used to look for.
Yeah, I've got fox's.
For drumming.
I've got fox's thigh bone for my
for drumming with
Celtic drum,
because apparently it was the perfect size and shape.
Yeah, it fits in the hand.
drum.
So when you go like that on the drum, it's
so I used to get more than one person go, Mick, if you ever find another fox's thigh bone, could you bring it back for me? Don't walk around the woods, but it is amazing what you come across.
So again, Dan, you got snow?
Yeah, don't worry about examining carcasses if you find them. You know, it's quite.
Yes, son. You got snow? You got snow? We've got high winds, a lot of wind.
Yeah, they're massive, aren't they? And powerful.
Yeah.
When you examine the skull and you look at around the
that
antlers,
plate there,
the plate, is you understand it puts so much force in. And again, if you ever get the chance to see a goat skull, or a ram skull, that is incredibly powerful. The thickness of the plate, where it's obviously designed to take impact.
it's like those the deer with the not the deer, the wild sheep with the curled horns. There.
Yeah,
Dan's got wild boars. Yeah, and red squirrels.
Yeah, Dan's got wild boar. Yeah, and he's got red squirrels. Excellent. Yeah. Benny.
Yes, Benny. Our son is in here to this evening.
So, yeah, Dan's all the way over in Prague. Lives in the Czech Republic. So he's had a high old time out there. He's seen some wildlife in the last couple of years, and again, very different to what we get here. And again, as a lot of our other viewers around the world, it's always fascinating to hear what you're seeing, what you have, and how they deal with it. So in the UK at the moment, there's a little bit of a flap about wild boar, isn't there? There's a bit of a wild boar. The numbers are on the increase. Quick, keep your children in. Protect your babies. Wild boar, they're huge. 16 foot long, 9 foot tall. Got big tusks, flames.
Dan, they've released pine martins into the New Forest now, haven't they?
Yeah. So it's There you go, Dan. Got the wolves and bears are moving over from Poland and Slovakia. You know, it's again, and lockhoppers have lived with the boar. And again, it's one of those things. If you respect them, and I keep saying to people, the boar are not a danger to you if you respect them. They're treat them like the Americans treat bears. Make noise. Let it know you're there. Don't surprise it. Don't come on it when it's got young. And if you give them a bit of space, they'll give you a bit of space.
And you see little tiny piglets that are stripy. Stay away.
Yeah. If anything, I think you're probably personally, and I might be wrong, but I personally think you're probably more at risk from a domestic pig than you are a wild boar. Because that domestic pig, in a lot of cases, just looks at human beings as either food or a food supplier, in which case they come charging over, or can be really quite grumpy. And a vet once explained to me why domestic pigs are so grumpy. It's because the diet that we gave them on the farms in the old days, not so much now, because we tend to aim at more natural diets, but the old days of swill meant that pigs pretty much constantly had rotten teeth and was suffering with toothache. And he said, basically, you've got a large mammal there that is in agony. And it's got constant toothache because it's not eating what it should. You're giving it swill.
Oh, wow.
So
Matt was saying that they've got feral goats in Crieff and they're they're breeding like mad and moving down to the town.
Yeah.
They're not daft, are they? They will. These animals do.
Well, that was the thing during COVID we noticed, wasn't it? The sheep and that were coming into the towns. They were coming down off the hills. It's funny how nature will adapt to us. We don't need to really adapt to it.
Katrina, Dan will tell you there is so many castles in Prague, isn't there? Bridges, and they got that. Is it 13th century clock? This huge clock in there. Yeah.
Mouflon.
What's that? Is that some sort of?
It's a deer.
A goat? Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Is it tasty, Dan?
Would you like some cheese with your mouflon?
Yes. I'm just going to have a mouflon on toast.
Mouflon on toast.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. They live there at the hospital.
Yeah.
That's scary. It's like Friendly Pot. You get the odd duck that nests in the little mini gardens and that.
NHS, if you're lucky, you'll get a pigeon on the windowsill.
But yeah,
Go to Prague.
yeah, get a mouflon.
Yeah. Mate, it is great for
Hakuna Matata, exactly.
Yeah, the thing is, and again, isn't it? It's if you could interaction with nature. So like Dan's saying, they're coming down off the mountains, off the hills, and they're feeding in the hospital grounds. They're out there grazing.
They did that when we had the lockdown.
How relaxing is that? How much more peaceful is that? It's got to help.
Yeah, because when we had the lockdown, a lot of the sort of goats and that were put out to graze place were coming into the towns, weren't they?
Log hoppers, yeah. Get your heads down, guys. Have a safe night. Sleep well. Give Puppy a pat from us, and
keep you hopping.
Yeah, we'll catch up with you tomorrow and keep hopping. Yeah, exactly that. Anybody that wants to, that's not done it already, Log Hoppers, the official UK Nomads, great channel. Guys actually live it. They're out there, genuinely nomadic couple with their dog who travel around the UK. They have a lovely little business of their own. In actual fact, I may be putting something their way later this year.
Yeah, so
yeah, have fun,
look.
guys. Take it easy. Stay safe. Oh yeah. So yeah, where are we going to go? I am very sorry. I'm again a bit bleary-eyed tonight. I had a mad day today. I got into a little bit mad scientist earlier. I did a live. Got my little stove going with 8-hour tea lights in it to see could you then safely indoors at home use it as a heat source. And believe it or not, if you want to go and have a look at that live, I've left it up. It's there. It should be public.
2 hours long. I saw it.
2 hour long live. But the basis of it is that little stove with 8-hour tea lights in it. Basically, with 10 to 15 tea lights in it, you can get the temperature on the top plate to about 89 degrees. So, not scalding hot, not going to boil water, it's not going to cook, but it radiated out a lot of heat. And it was steady heat, and that would be 8 hours of heat. So, I'm unable at the moment to go, oh, look, hat on my head.
You are in it on a jaunty angle.
I look like a laughing police so anyhow, I'll say, it radiated out heat. It would improve the temperature in the room. So, unfortunately, due to my condition at the moment, I'm not able to take this experiment any further. However, your friend, my friend, Sticks, he's offering to go out on the coldest night of the year with his hot tent, with his stove, armed with a handful of 8-hour candles, and see if it would generally work in a survival situation. And he's even offered to do it in his underwear just to prove the point, haven't you, Sticks?
You're an arse because he's not. He's sorting his daughter out, and you're. I'll tell him when he gets back. Good evening, Owen.
Yeah,
great.
That's the thing, isn't it, Benny? It doesn't. We get caught up with having to create masses of heat, and quite often you don't need.
Good, your Sticks heard you.
Yeah, often you don't need. No, Dan, sleep well,
night,
mate.
Son.
Have a great week. Catch up with you on Wednesday. You don't need like a raging fire. Quite often, just something small, discreet, just giving off a bit of heat, enough to warm the hands, enough to just huddle around. That will keep you going. We sort of get caught up with massive fire ideas, and you don't need that. You're far better off with a smaller fire and able to make your resources last a lot longer. Yeah. And that's really and truthfully what survival's about, isn't it? It's knowing what to use, how to manage it, how much do you. That's driving me up the wall.
I was told once that, why do you get candles? They're so old-fashioned. They're not. The wax, people still, like I say, we're using the candle wax to make long burn things for when you're out camping and that. You're a sad house if you haven't got a candle in it, because you have torches, you run out of batteries, you're screwed. But as long as you got a candle, you're fine. I even got a couple of the little wee willy winky type little candle holders, didn't I, the other day? Put white candles in.
We have, haven't we? Got little candle
Yeah,
holders.
it's downstairs in front of TV. Yeah, he cooked on it too. So, well, you bought me. Let me show you one. Willow's bought me his rice antler. Yeah, you can have it back. Thank you. Perhaps you'll leave me alone now. It's been a real pain in the bum.
He does like to be centre of attention, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was I must tell you, the girls at the groomers dressed him up in a little jacket and a hat and put him on this winged armchair with a tartan cushion on it, and they said he sulked. He was not impressed.
They were trying to do some Christmas photographs of the dogs that come to the groomers. You want a light for that cigar, sir?
There's a good boy.
And he had a right old grumpy face on.
You lean on there. You can hold it on the top. Look at it. Look at it. He's having
just excuse my dog.
He come through the jumbo the other day. He looked like Churchill with one of his cigars. He all needed a little round hat.
There's a little stogie in his mouth.
That's nice to see our son in.
Okie doke.
We should have borrowed your monocle. But yeah, he wasn't impressed about being dressed up and
Funny little lad he is. Funny little lad. So how are you all doing? What's going on where you are? Are you having adventures? Hi Janet,
Good evening,
how you
Janet.
doing? Happy Sunday, sweetheart. Hey, that was a nice little orchard you were camping in. Quite impressed with that. Nice little spot. Well done. Nicely found. Farmer's orchard. Sweet. So if the farmer's got the orchard, does the farmer make cider? Or my kind of farmer.
So Simon, what part of the country are you joining us from? If you are in the UK, that is. Oh yeah, I heard that you poor love. Tonsillitis this weather.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid that at the moment. Yeah, I've got to keep myself good.
Yep.
I made an addition to my survival necklace as well.
Oh, did you?
Yes. I found my little old friend.
Oh, yeah,
my little tiny
one.
Victorinox. Yeah. Which little tiny Victorinox got a little tiny file on there, double-sided.
Don't lose it, because you'll be gutted.
Little tiny blade there. And it just fits perfectly on there. That's it. That's the full kit. It's the full kit. You've got a little pair of tweezers on it.
Your toothbrush. That sounds a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's, again, isn't it? It's something we often forget.
If you keep reusing it, makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's one that, we don't. Hi, Stealth. Hi, Virginia.
Yeah, he said he's been good. He had a little wander out. So
good. Just take it easy, mate. Get yourself back on your feet steadily.
Oh, you said you could carry that. It's double win.
Right. Again, I shouted about it earlier on because these aren't going to be around for long. that for my friends that are in the UK, especially, and other people might be worth keeping an eye open for on your travels. I walked into the pound shop this week. As you know, a lot of stuff in the pound shop is tap. Okay,
But some of it's not.
but some of it's not.
Yeah.
Some of it's bankrupt stock. And in our local pound shop, we had these made by Dunlop. Dunlop, quite a reputable company, and they are these little lights. Okay, now these are a silicon strap that just hooks over a little ledge down there, and they're a little LED light.
Put them around your walking stick or your bike frame.
Exactly. I think they're meant for push bikes and things, but go around your walking stick. It can go push top there.
Oh, right.
You've got a red one and a white one. The red one's actually what I want. The white one I'm giving to Caroline. That's actually going to go on a walking stick. But the red one I want for my camps and that, because it's not going to bother my night vision. For a quid.
It flashes too.
Yeah, for a quid. Absolutely brilliant addition to your kit. Although I'm going to take them out of the packages and market them as a new thing, and I'm going to call them the Mitchell Finger Light. Okay, so where your finger goes,
it says glows. 3 functions: on and off, waterproof, easy fastening, flexible silicone body, ultra bright red. That's in German, and I can't read it. So it's got them on the picture there. So it's got a lady with a pram, someone running, someone walking.
They are cool, and again, pound shops. It was in the torch and cycling section of the pound shop,
and it runs on CR3032.
Yeah. So again, you can't really go wrong. And I have had a look. Yes, you can change the batteries. Excellent. So well worth a look at.
Stealth's got some. Did you?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Stealth. It's that flexibility of that strap is just a bone. I went out to the shed today to find a load of gear because people want to see Kydex and things like that. So I brought my Kydex making kit in with me. There'll be a video up later in the week on that. And again, whilst I was doing things in the shed, it just naturally wrapped around my finger. I was like, that's pretty cool. See what I'm doing?
It went on to you put it on my walking stick.
Yeah.
And you can even put it on the handle so it points down, so I can actually see if my head's down. I can actually see where I'm putting the stick.
So again, cheap and cheerful. Now,
and they come with the batteries, which
I will say, it came with the batteries. I will say, it's one of those things that's ended up in the pound shop. Looking into their format, so a lot of the stuff they get's bankrupt stock. So if you're going to buy these, I would say probably look at getting yourself some spare batteries.
Yeah.
Because they've probably been on the shelf of Halfords or something like that for a couple of years, so the batteries might be getting a bit tired.
Stealth put them on his tank.
Yeah.
He put it in his radio control tank. Excellent.
Yeah,
so you can definitely see where you're steering then.
And again, it's that bonus that it's just so quick and easy to sling on.
Yeah, Benny said you stick it on your ridgeline.
Yeah. Simple little gadgets. And again, not expensive, but let's face it,
you can if
I've spotted it, how many other people in the survival prepper world have spotted it, and how long before they're all sold out? Or somebody on their site is going to be selling their rebranded survival lights.
They only take
at $10.99 each.
Yeah, you can bet someone's going to buy them and put them on eBay. But yeah, so they take 2 of those cell batteries. Well, it doesn't usually come in packs of 10, don't they? And they're not only about £1 for 10. So I'll get them a pack of them to. And the thing is, the extra batteries don't weigh a lot, and they don't weigh nothing, do they?
And as it says here, you see on the instructions there,
sorry, well,
right, fat bloke, right, turns into a skinny bloke when chased by a woman with a stroller. Yeah, so that's pretty. Yeah, that's. I've been trying to figure out what the bloody hell. I mean, I can get the bottom one. Put the light on your pram. Yeah, get that.
Yeah, it could be somewhat.
With the other ones?
It's so many different things. You even got the D sign on.
Let's see. It's not going to focus on those that well. But on the other side, it's like 3 functions, 2 white and 2 red LEDs, on and off, single switch, waterproof.
Hey, bring it out my broom.
Easy fastening, flexible silicone body, ultra bright LEDs. Yeah, there we go. Simple as that.
I can put that on my broomstick.
You got a headlight on your broomstick.
Yeah, no, backlight as well. Not that was going to crash into me.
Doesn't catch you. Well, you whip round on that thing. God, blimey. Goes out there some nights looping the loop.
I went out on my big mobility scooter a couple of days ago. Oh, that was fun. I went up and got a little stereo. And she said, were you able to carry it on your scooter? I said, yeah, I stuck it in the basket. I had bungee straps on that. I went off into town, did my shopping. Didn't run anyone over for a change.
Went off had an adventure, didn't you?
Yeah. Didn't break any shelves. Didn't knock any displays flying.
No.
No children were hurt in this adventure.
You wouldn't have stopped if they had.
Would have stuck on the side as decorations.
Yeah, tactical thumb light. Oh, Simon, yeah. Just if I painted it matte black. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
You won't get any reflection off it because it's plastic, isn't it? It's not like it's metal.
Yeah, tactical thumb light. Yeah.
For landing your shed in the high winds outside.
Yeah. And see, you could actually be a bit like shipping, really, couldn't it? Right, so, I mean, it's not quite a green one, but you can. Oh no! Just stop playing, Mike. Stop it. Grow
it's
up.
All right. I'll take it.
Stop playing. Stop playing. I am a big child.
Yeah, exactly. It's issue to aircrew. It's
yes. Put it away.
That's what we like with the like powder. Like the we often get the straps and things like that.
Always looking for a bargain, something that can be adapted, something that will work. Something.
What, Benny?
Oh, you've heard about me.
Would you use a red or a white one? Would you use both? So
yeah, I'll get 3 or 4 of them on mine.
Oh, yeah, we had you had a delivery yesterday. It was a headphones with a speaker thing on it, and that was left. They didn't even put it in a box. It was in its original box with the label slapped on it, and it was left out on the porch in the rain.
Janet, that's all right, sweetheart. As long as you're happy, I'm making people smile. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Benny took us there again.
Yeah.
We got on the Benny bus and we went down that road.
Yeah, we're on the Benny bus. Benny bus to the red light district.
Yes, as Bethany said, the white for standard training, red for night ops.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, simplicity, isn't it? You can find things all over. I mean, one of my favourite places to go visit is antique stores, antique shops, especially the more junkier ones. You know, the ones that are lots of house
more like bric-a-brac type.
Yeah, because quite often you find stuff in these places that they have no idea what they're looking at. You know, they picked it up, they're not sure what it is. It just goes into a pile, and if you start rooting around, I've over the years I've found some really quite valuable penknives. Just old 1930s, 1940s penknives. Beautiful condition. Just want a bit of a clean up and a little bit of work on them. But some of those penknives are very, very valuable. Some of them, in fact, several £100, no problem at all. So again, it's always worth a pick through, have a look. You never know what you're going to find. A friend of mine, I'm not going to name. No, I won't. I'll say that. No, all right, yeah, I'll tell you, because I know what ended up with the story, so I know it ended up being dealt with properly. But basically, he was in a car boot sale. He's walking around a car boot sale, and the guy's into his militaria in quite a big way. So he's walking around, and he sees a table, and on the table he sees a Colt 1911. Okay. And he walks over and he thinks, bloody hell, that's a really good replica of a Colt 1911. That's a nice replica. And he says to the guy, how much for the gun, mate? And the bloke goes, it's a toy. He said, it's been knocking around the house for years. We've had it for donkeys. He said, we used to play with it when we were kids and that. And I said, so he picked it up, had a look at it. He said, yeah. He said, how much for it? I said, give us a fiver. Give a fiver. He comes straight to me at work and he walked in and he went, Mick, tell me if that's real or not. And the slide wouldn't operate. So got a bit of cleaning oil in there and all that, so got it all loosened up. Slid the slide back, popped the magazine, and it was a working Colt 1911, probably from the Second World War, probably one of the ones that came over for the Home Guard and people like that, and then probably end up either lost or somebody kept it after the war, thrown it in the cupboard, and at some point it obviously cleared it, made it safe, gave it to the kids to play with, as you do. Different time back then, but it stayed a toy, so it had been passed on as a toy. And yeah, so the chap ended up with a fully working, functioning Colt 1911, which then we basically had to go to the police because you can't have a live pistol in the UK at that time. So it was like, what do I do? So well, the only thing you can do, mate, is take it and hand it in. Tell them where you bought it. Tell them how you got it. Hand it in. Best way, stay hands off, which he did. Which is a shame because it was actually a very, very nice piece, and it probably had a hell of a history to it. So
yeah, we've seen a lot when we went to France last time. There was a market we went to, and a bloke was selling flick knives. There's piles of flick knives everywhere, weren't they?
I had another person come to me because their air rifle wouldn't work, and I was like, "Okay, don't bring it in, I'll have a look at it." So brought in an air rifle, gave me the air rifle, and that actually turned out to be a little Remington 2.2 under lever. Sort of a rimfire rifle, not an air rifle, and he'd been working the the lever action, thinking that's how you pumped it up.
Oh, High and By Working Christmas Festival, 15,000 people downtown. Oh, blimey! You got a busy old night then.
That's going to be a busy one. That is going to be a busy one, but at least it's a Christmas festival. Lots of jollity and happiness.
We've had a lot of them around here cancelled because of the high winds, haven't we?
Lot of seeing. Yeah. Oh yeah. The French junk shops. Yeah, be careful what you bring home. It's don't. If you yeah, I would never condone you bringing home anything illegal. So just be a little bit careful.
So poor Stealth's having trouble with his internet.
Yeah, a lot of people are suffering at the minute. A hell of a lot of people are suffering with it. It seems to be a bit of an issue. Although, and Kaz got me my Christmas present, which I got it early because I've had to learn to use it. So Kaz got me a tablet. So whilst I'm in hospital, I'm going to be able to stay in contact. I'll be bouncing off their Wi-Fi and all that.
Headphones yesterday as well.
Yeah, got some headphones with a mic and all that.
Tried that out. The tablet they just left on the doorstep, and that was about 8:30 in the morning, wasn't it? Yeah. They handed to resident. It wasn't.
Tried that out today, so I should be able to keep watching the videos, and hopefully I'll be able to comment and stay in contact with you guys, let you know how things are going. It's just going to be quite important to me because I'm not the best person in hospital, am I? No. I usually escape within about 8 hours. I always go in with the best intention, like, yeah, I'll do exactly what they say, I'll do exactly what they say. And then within about 4 hours of being there, I hear the Colditz theme tune going.
Yeah, and they bring you platers.
Yeah. They have to chuck my mashed potato and all the rest of it. I start building models of gliders and shit like that, and usually figure out very quickly, like the 15 ways out of the room, how the electrics work, what the key codes are, and all the rest of it. So my sort of escaper's mindset kicks in. It's like, but I don't know. It's going to be quite so easy this time.
23rd of December.
23rd of December, lunchtime.
Unless they get another cancellation, because it's already been moved once, hasn't it?
Yeah. So I think what they're intending to do, from knowing my previous history, I think what they're going to do is tie my catheter to the end of the bed and stop me sort of trying to escape.
Yeah.
Get some spoons out of that one. That's the way to do it. That is definitely the way to do it.
You can never have enough spoons.
And they get, Katrina's a terrible patient as well. Yeah, I'm a nightmare of a patient. It's one of those things. I sort of get to a point where I'm like, I might as well go home because.
I would get Mrs. Mitchell. Will you get into your bed?
Yeah.
Sort of walking around. So I'm just going to get someone a drink. No.
Oh, do you remember when I broke into the hospital? Bought your pizza.
Yeah.
They put Caroline. Caroline was very, very ill. She had a very, very nasty.
Cellulitis, didn't I?
Yeah, cellulitis.
Scalp.
And she got it on her scalp and then the head. And they actually got to the point. They put her in an isolation room, so they basically changed the air in there and all the rest of it, and keep her. So they actually turned around at one point and said, "Look, if in the 8 hours we don't stop the infection, it's not going to be a good outcome." So she was a bit of a stressy, but they kept her in for about a week and a half, wasn't it, in total? And at one point, she was feeling a lot better and getting a bit more capable. And I'm sort of visiting every day, talking through the door and going, "You're all right, love, I love you," and all the usual stuff that you do. And we had a conversation, and I said, is there anything I can get you? And she just went, "I'd love a pizza." Well, yeah, this is the private section of the hospital. I'm not telling you how I did it, but 2 locked doors and security system bypassed.
He said you need a little brick house to make.
And I delivered the pizza to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I ate it.
Because I am that milk tray man that also does pepperoni, pepperoni plus.
Oh dear. I see. You can't be blamed if you off your bits.
That's it. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little brick house to make. Oh no, Owen, I don't. I can, as I said to you earlier on, my Celtic blood means that I make round houses. Every wall I've ever made curves. I can't lay bricks in a straight line. Now, I reckon that it's a genetic thing. I reckon if you're Roman, you can lay a brick in a straight line. It's a Roman thing, straight line. If you're Celtic, I reckon you make all your brick walls in curves. You've only got to ask Mac. I mean, he knows a bit about bricklaying, and he saw my wall.
It still stands.
It still stands to this day. It leans away. I knelt down and built it, not realising it was leaning away from me. And because I started there and worked to there, it curved. And first thing he said, first time he saw it, he went, "I won't last 5 minutes, mate. Look at it. It ain't going to last 5 minutes." Well, I don't know how I did it, but it still stood there today. In actual fact, we can't knock it over. It's absolutely incredible. But your little brick house, yeah, I like that.
I thought it was great.
Nice little hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, that was a great live yesterday, wasn't it? Watching them both. Yeah. He was Sticks doing his knife and Owen doing his little house. Do you know what? Entertaining, enjoy it, engaging with people. It was a bit
Someone made a comment about being an old channel for old people doing stuff.
Yeah, got to do stuff. Got to do things. Yeah.
So, what is everyone having on Christmas Day?
Yeah, what's everybody planning for Christmas?
Day, yeah.
What's everybody planning for Christmas?
Our other son, he's having duck.
Yeah, Dan's
Dan's
having duck. Dan's having.
He has carp on Christmas Eve. That's it. They do have that
traditional
in Prague. Yeah. And then I think he's got turkey on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Turkey and goose, nice.
What are you having, love?
Well, I'm going to get a lamb. We're having leg and a lamb for us, if you feel up to eating
leg and lamb.
And I might get a little crown. Well done, Mac.
Cheers, Mac. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I did to it. Like I say, it's still stood out there. I've tried to remove it over the years. I've gone at it with sledgehammers and all sorts.
Ration pack. Oh, sorry. a ration pack.
Ain't no wrong with the ration
No.
pack. Yeah, I'll knock it.
Mind you, some of the ration stuff is really nice.
It's come a long way,
Yes,
hasn't it?
some of the dessert stuff they put in it now.
Yeah, it has come a long way. Don't mention the singing Sussex. Yeah, oh,
excellent.
Yeah,
that sounds great.
Yeah, a curry at Christmas. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
And I think that's another thing. Where was it we got?
One of our local pubs, they're doing a free Christmas dinner for elderly that are on their own at Christmas.
That with the bike club, didn't we? One year, we all used to get together and go out for a Christmas meal as a club, and we used to sort of take a bit of a vote on it, mainly just amongst the officers. This year we decided we said, right, instead of going in and doing the usual, going for like a set Christmas meal, let's go to the curry house. So we organised it at the curry house, and the majority of guys in the club were like, "Hey, we'll take that." You know, like brought their wives along and all that. And it was great. We filled the curry house, but you'd be surprised the amount of people. I'm not coming. That's not Christmas dinner.
We had
I'm not having turkey.
Several times when I was young, was working. We went to Golden Palace, didn't we? Yeah. Chinese for Christmas dinner. Yeah. Simon says that it's better than the tin stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, they don't do the bacon grill, but you can buy that easy enough now in
not
normal
quite the same as it used to be. I mean, it's near enough. It's you can't. It doesn't seem to have the fat content that it used to have. You can't fry it in its own tin anymore, which is a bit annoying. Because you used to get that nice sort of crusty edge around the outside of it. You know, it used to get a little
bit. And they don't do the Yorkie bars.
Yeah, a little bit crunchy, just like that. But like I say, I can remember
babies' heads
mixing me oat flakes. I don't know my oat flakes, my potato flakes with my apple flakes, and that makes for an interesting OXO mix up. I tell you, OXO apple.
But you can't beat Army hot chocolate. Well, I say that the last lot I had, I didn't like it.
No, it's changed. They've changed the recipe on the military hot chocolates, and Kaz is very disappointed.
I did love my especially the chocolate mint and the orange ones.
Yeah, the old ration pack hot chocolates. There was something about the texture. It had quite a luxuriant texture to it. If you made it a bit thicker than normal, it was nice. And then if you mixed it with some oat flakes or oat biscuits broken up into it, made like a nice chocolatey, stodgy, basically just a chocolatey sweet pudding that you could get calories into. But Kaz loved the mint hot chocolate, and they've changed the recipe, and it's not what it was.
No,
not what it was at all. It's ruined. It's foul. I say it's foul.
I had to take a jar of him. He had a glass jar full of army sweets, and he was going to give them to the local kids for the trick or treat. And I went, "No, you're not. No, you're not." They're downstairs.
Are they downstairs?
Yeah, they're still in the kitchen window.
Kitchen window. Okay. Yeah, nothing wrong with the army boiled sweets. Lots of sugar.
Yeah, our son's. I say Chris is having duck. We were going to go for the Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
But,
someone said it definitely has less fat in the chopped beverage. And do you know what, that fat, I know it's a health thing and that, but that fat really truly for the average body, if you're that's the trouble with it. If you're burning off the calories, isn't an issue because you actually want that in there. And you need something in a ration pack that's a luxury. Why does everything have to be function? You want something in there that actually makes you go, makes you feel a bit more human. Because let's face it, they've taken the sugar out of the ration packs.
Rice pudding.
Yeah. Taking sugar out of the ration packs to the point where there's not enough sugar in there to make one sweet drink. They've reduced the amount of tea bags, they've reduced the amount of coffee. and now they've ruined the hot chocolate. I mean, really, thank you.
Yeah, they took away
They took
bars.
cigarettes out. They took chocolate out of it. Not we were fighting eventually, is it? What you're going to end up with? You're going to end up with one Weetabix and a piece of nettle. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And they would just say, it's because it's, it's nutritionists have looked at it and said that's all you actually need, chaps.
Yeah, that thing, it's like jam, isn't it? That squeezy tube thing.
I mean, we look back at ration packs when there was a time you got cigarettes in it and everything. You even got a condom in there. Although that was for waterproofing your rifle, apparently. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm bloody sure that's what they were used for.
He said went downhill when they took the meth tablets out. Yeah, and the hexamine. Let's start that again.
Don't start me on the good old days, Mac.
What's so busy tonight?
Use melatonin to turn around after night shifts. Yeah. Arctic rations. Yeah. Arctic rations. Do you know, I don't think they can change it. I think those are probably still the same way. I've got to see if I can get some.
Good evening, John.
Arctic packs from my various sources. Might have to see about popping down to Poole, see the lads down there, see what I can catch and scrounge, see if there's any gizzards going.
John's here. He's back from his great-granddaughter's birthday.
Excellent, mate. I hope that went well. How old's your great-granddaughter? It's, yeah. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely. I hope she had a wonderful day. I hope you had a wonderful day too. That's what it's all about. Oh, yeah. It's all about having fun, sharing things with family. So we're just chatting about ration packs, John, and how they've changed over the years. And we were just saying, once upon a time, cigarettes, condoms, chocolate, meat, and bread was pretty much a ration pack. Then somebody pointed out that they also used to put chemicals in there to keep you awake. Not that I would suggest that was the right thing to do.
They got rented Tommy Cook on a fat case of Hexy because you could.
Big Six, excellent.
Bushcroft Sausage, granddad in World War II, his mate was shot a rabbit with his SMLE.
Yeah.
You can really blood the rabbit. Yeah.
Probably would. 303 for a rabbit. Bloody hell.
I actually like Kendal mint cake. You don't like it, do you?
Gobbling stuff.
I like a little bit of it 'cause it's a bit sweet.
Yeah,
but
it's just not for me. Not for me. In actual fact, I've got to order some because I need to use up that one I've got in my Mosley pack. That's been in there for a year now. So.
Our Millitson town is closing, and it's going to be repaired by Go Outdoors. So they're selling all their stuff up tomorrow. Yeah.
Pop in there tomorrow and get some. That's a good thing. We'll reference this because I did get asked the other day when I showed it. It's a bit like chocolate Kendal mint cake. Chocolate Kendal mint cake. So
you can't have any Willow. Stop sniffing. I can hear you. Uh-oh.
So, for those of you that want to know, chocolate Kendal mint cake. That is your sugar and mint.
Well, is that dark chocolate?
Coated with chocolate. No. No.
Yeah, dark chocolate. I won't eat that then. I like a little bit of.
No.
I don't like dark chocolate, but it's chocolate.
It's not that bad, actually. Not with the mint. No. No.
Ooh.
No.
This one is. He had roast pork tonight, and Mick gave him a bowl, and he had the roast pork and a bit of crackling roast potato. Wouldn't touch it. Give him some peas and Brussels sprouts. He ate them. Give up.
You'll be charging me like mad thing in a bit.
That is
Energy 1,699 kilojoules.
It's so ruined by the dark chocolate.
Do excuse me. That's foul.
Yeah, it could be mint X-Lax.
It is.
It is gopping.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The thing is with this stuff, although I loathe it and I hate everything about it, there's a texture to it that I don't like. It's like it's just pure sugar. It is absolutely powdered sugar compressed with a mint essence. That's all it is.
Well, the mint bit is the chocolate that I like.
And it is just pure energy. It is designed, and although I absolutely loathe them, it's something I like to keep in my emergency kit, because if you really were stuck, that's going to get you out of the poo. That is going to pick you up and start you walking.
John said, if you leave, you take off early. It's laxative.
Yeah. Call it that sugar and a laxative. Go on, just to prove it. Do a second piece.
Don't eat it because you won't sleep. You've got to get it down. You've got to get it down that. Yeah, I bet it does. As Max said, if you haven't eaten for 4 days, a little bit of Kendal mint cake does works.
I can feel my teeth melting.
I'm taking that bit away from you because
yes,
you leave it alone.
Do.
If you're licking batteries again off a tank.
Cool. Made me apple tango froth up in my mouth.
Sorry, what you done, Simon?
Oh. And again, you want to remember with this stuff that it only has a set shelf life.
Yes, dip up a lip, old chap.
Yes, I did. I should be pouting. Yes. Right, so we are in the process at the moment of ordering some of the lifeboat rations. Some of the oat blocks. We're doing a bit of research into them, aren't we? And the shelf life on a lot of the ones we've been looking at is about 10, 15 years.
Oh, it's all right, Simon.
So again, it's something, if you're putting away your prepper stores, 10 to 15 year lifespan, and they're super high energy, full of carbohydrates, and at the end of the day, easy to store, easy to keep as an emergency backup. It's not gonna be the most tasty thing in the world. What doesn't help
is the government have now going to put in the porridge on there.
Oh, yeah.
It won't be advertised porridge soon because they put it on their list of things that are bad for you.
So the government has made a list of foods that we cannot advertise on TV because they class them as unhealthy.
Yeah.
However, same said government is sponsoring children's breakfast clubs in schools.
Well, you often get porridge.
Two of the items that they've put near the top of the list for banning for putting on TV are bagels and porridge. And yet, in the children's clubs, the New York Bagel Company is a sponsor of the breakfast clubs and supplies bagels for the clubs. That's organised by the government.
You can't
And
ban
they're
porridge.
recommending porridge for children at schools.
I love porridge.
Yet you're banning it because it's not healthy. Hang on. This is a double-edged sword somewhere. Is this hypocrisy? No.
And I understand not saying the little
No.
kid can't have a chocolate mousse or something for breakfast, but porridge is.
I say
we got up for school on ready brick.
make Britain great again. Children, give them Kendal mint cake to
Well, they
start
won't
the
learn.
day.
They'll be pulling off the ceilings.
Kendal mint cake, bar of that a day.
I know. How is oatmeal not healthy? It's low. You eat it and it's like a slow burn, isn't it? Am I correct?
Yeah,
And it's
slow
good
burn
for you.
energy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's just it.
I love porridge. I love porridge with cinnamon.
I was told something as a child, and I've heard it repeated as an adult, and my mum often says that, so she probably once told me as a kid. Everything is okay in moderation. And that is the thing. It's the moderation. There is the health food Nazis are running riot. Have been for the last 10 years or so. Are gaining more and more power, and basically the way they see it, in 20 years' time, we're all going to be living off of nettle soup. Now, I don't mind nettle soup, but I get a bit bored with it after a few days. It's just pushing agendas. The reality is that doesn't matter what you're having, as long as you have it in moderation. And I even go, the doctor, when I went for my pre-op on that, I talked away to them and they said, do you drink alcohol? And I said, yes. On a Sunday night, I'll have a bottle or maybe a couple of bottles of Guinness or cider. I said, I don't drink super strong alcohol because I don't like getting drunk, but I do like to have a social drink on a Sunday night. And they went, that is actually no problem at all. No problem at all. He said, a unit a day isn't a problem at all because your body can deal with it. It's if you're either having a binge once a week and absolutely going ballistic, or if you're over drinking. But this is, he said, no. He said, if anything, it's actually going to help you keep your blood pressure down, stay relaxed, and enjoy yourself a little bit. So, yeah, have a drink in moderation. I then looked at them and went, so I can have my cigars again. No. No, that's one thing, not in moderation.
But I used to go mad when I was in hospital. And he said, put milk in my porridge. No, I don't want milk. I just like it as it is. I like it with just water.
I'm taking, so I've put my kit together for the hospital. I'm taking my own mug, because they never have decent sized cups, and it's thermal. And I'm taking my own coffee bags. So I won't be using up the resources for the NHS unnecessarily. I will be providing my own coffee. And I will be sitting there in the morning once my coffee's brewing in my cup, wafting it round the ward.
You haven't got a filter coffee? Yes.
Yes. Yes. Oh. Because as a civilised gentleman, you must always start the day with a good
At 11 o'clock,
coffee.
you must have your tiffin.
Tiffin? Whoa. Anybody who's watched Carry On films knows what Caroline's referencing there. Hello, nurse. Bring me tiffin. So where else do we go from now? So I'm taking my own coffee bags in. I'm going to take a packet of biscuits with me. I'm going to smuggle it in. It'll be like a military operation. Like I say, I'll be smuggling stuff in and then I'll be escaping.
Yes, we're just watching and get crumbs in the bags. There's nothing worse.
What if I put the crumbs in somebody else's bed?
That's just wrong.
If I go and eat the biscuits over the bed of the guy next to me, is that bad?
It's creepy.
What if I chuck a digestive or a hobnob into his bed when he's not looking?
Definitely creepy.
Give me hours of fun though. Entertain me watching him. Hospital coffee is bad. I'm definitely taking my own. Yeah, definitely taking my own.
Well, if you take this little flask with him, you get him to put the hot water in that because they come around 7 times a day, don't they?
Yeah. John Kennedy, yeah. Yes, John, I have your set for you. Yes, that's on. That's all organised. Yeah, so we got a set organised for you. Just got to get it, go and pick it up so I can get that over to you.
Yeah, Rat Pack, yeah.
So, pull the curtains around myself. Hexy stove
On your little
mess tin.
Yeah.
That's it. What am I having for?
So I've got.
What do you mean Hexa means illegal? I wasn't aware of that, Doctor.
I've got lounge, queue and dumps. Any takers?
I'll take a cam net with me, some poles. My pit is going to become my basher.
Yeah.
Full top set up. In fact, I wonder if I can get rid of the hospital bed, sling a hammock at the end.
No, you've got a bottle of HP. I mean, it's remember a tiny bottle of hot sauce too.
Yeah.
I was a hot diggity dog.
Oh, yeah. Belt order. Yeah. Oh dear.
You're going down.
I am going down.
It's sinking.
Oh, I just want to lean back because my back is giving. Do excuse me, guys. Any pain expressions and funny movements. Right. So one of the things I'm finding with this, I've got a bit of a bulge now over where the left kidney is.
Sorry.
And it aches. It does ache, and it's causing a bit of pain down my left leg to the point where we discovered the other day I can't drive, or I'm struggling driving. I can't put pressure on my left leg on the clutch. It bloody hurts.
Yeah, Mac. Excellent.
Nurse Macarena. Hello, Mick. Come to get you out, mate. Da, 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 da. I hear the ride of the Valkyries down the corridor. Oh no, I just got this mental flashback.
You're running it with you in your gown.
I'll be sat there in the wards like that about 10 o'clock at night, and I'll just see a little light at the window. I'll look at the window. There'll be Mac and half a dozen of the guys on ropes swinging back to come crashing through the window. Go on, Mick, we got a job.
Oh dear. We've got nothing on the list at the moment.
We've got nothing on the list, have we? So who wants to be on the list? And is it going to be a naughty list or a good list? What are we going to put on the list? What are we going to...
Might need to have a shave first.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, bless you. Yeah. Flying through the window.
He's got fast roping, yeah.
Yeah. You can use those thumb lights to...
Yeah, there at the window with the thumb lights. Signaling Mac. Be signalling back with his thumb lights. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going to have some fun.
News. Man was taken from hospital.
How did he get out from the 3rd floor? He abseiled out using his own catheter.
Are we trying to change your mind about this one? When he wakes up in the gynae ward.
I know what I am going to do before I go up there on the day. Big indelible marker. This one.
Yeah.
Oh dear. All fun and games, isn't it? All fun and games till the bottle's broken. It's yeah, God, I have a giggle.
Oh,
No, yeah, don't. Right, I'm only going to be in hospital. Apparently, this operation, I'm supposed to should be between 24 and 48 hours on it. Should be
so
out.
you should be out Christmas Eve, but then again, maybe Christmas Day.
Yeah, so
or possibly not.
Yeah, I'm not going to be in there for very long. And it's partly, I think, because they won't want to keep me in there very long. Cheers, dude.
Oh,
but yeah, it's it's the recuperation. I mean, I love it when they go. Oh, and the good news is the operation takes no time at all, and you will be able to go home very quickly. Like, sweet. And then I went. But the recovery is excruciatingly painful and will take about sort of 6 to 8 weeks. Cheers for the upside. Thank you very much.
So we'll come back to he, she.
Calm down, madam. I'm going to have nightmares now. The combination of chocolate, fizzy pop.
Yeah, Kinder Bueno cake and you lot on a bed.
No, actually, I like it. I revel in it. Black humour, dark humour. It's. Do you know what? It's what keeps me going, and it's. I think it's something we can all understand. Anybody that's ever been in any. Don't have to be military. Anybody that's been in a tricky situation, seen difficult things in their life, if you can turn some sort of humour out of it, it's sometimes shocking to other people. But if you can turn humour out of it, it's what keeps you going. You've got to laugh. That's a score. Turn to unit post treatment. Get RTU'd.
I hope it does, John. It usually does. It's it's weird. You put it in a basket, and it just keeps saying send you. It's got a reduction, or they say it's out of stock, and we'll let you know when there's another one. And they seem coming back.
Yeah, it's one of those, and you got to give it a go, haven't you? Got to give it a go.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's like I say that experiment that I did this afternoon. That I was really surprised. Really surprised. Anybody that's going to repeat that experiment, or if you had to do it in a difficult situation, just be aware of carbon monoxide. That's all I'll say there, because obviously you're going to build up a fair amount. But the heat that gave off was well worth it. I think if we had to heat a small room for me, or one of the rooms in this house for me and Kaz, we could do it using that. It wouldn't be, we're not going to be down to our bras and knickers, but we are going to be.
See, he's going to have a sex change, isn't he?
Yeah, we would. We're going to be a lot more comfortable with that than we will be without it. And I think often that's also what we've got to rationalise when we're thinking about our preps and we're thinking about survival in cold climates. So you're not really thinking about being, I'll be down to a t-shirt and that. What you're actually thinking to yourself is keeping it at a temperature where you are able to survive the conditions rather than lose out to it. Because hypothermia, again, the silent killer, the sneaky beast, it's one of those you've really got to watch out for.
Keep doors and that shut. It keeps the temperatures in the rooms, doesn't it?
Well,
because our kitchen we've got a tiny kitchen, but it leaches all the hot air out of the hallway and the dining room, doesn't it?
Well, these houses here, they were mass produced. They were built as an expansion of it in London after the war. To move people out. So the construction of these houses is horrible. So basically, it is a concrete slab straight to ground. So it's a big old concrete slab on the ground, which has no insulating ability whatsoever. The floors downstairs in the summer are stunning, absolutely brilliant, because they remain cold all the time. In the winter, you can feel downstairs. You can feel the temperature being sucked through the floor. So, like the last few days, me and Kaz have spent the majority of the time upstairs. It's warmer. It's a lot what the heat rises.
Bamboo
it's
socks
a lot
on.
warmer. We haven't had to put the heating on until the evening. So again, we're sort of balancing how we're using the house to make our situation a bit better. I dive up to downstairs, make tea, coffee, a lunch if we want a lunch. But other than that, we've moved upstairs. And it really, it's working out quite well for us because we're not running the heating all day long trying to heat the entire house. The walls at each end of the house are the thinnest walls you've ever come across.
UVPC.
Yeah, UPVC walls, and they are a single skin. So they are a single sort of
a radiator, which is very small, is on that panel.
Yeah.
So of course the heat goes straight out through the.
In the old days, and there's a house opposite us that has glass panels all the way down the front of the house, and those panels aren't even double glazed on the bottom. They're just a single sheet of misted glass, which was a great design in the 50s. Looked awesome, and all I said, heat-wise, absolutely bloody useless. And these houses were originally designed to have a hot air blow system, which got ripped out donkeys years ago because it was proved to be dangerous.
What?
And they replaced a lot of the glass panels with this single sheet of UPVC because plastic is the future. And it got no insulating qualities whatsoever. So a few years ago, what I actually did was built stud walls on the inside of each one, put a windowsill in, made a cavity, created it, plasterboard, insulated it myself. And even with that, it's still freezing down there. But like I say, in the summer, it's a bonus. It's absolutely lovely. The roofs, the most heat efficient roof you've ever met. Black slate, wonderful stuff. In the winter, sucks the cold in just when you need it. And in the summer, gets scalders. In the summer months, coming upstairs in this house is an absolute nightmare, isn't it?
You have to undo the loft hatch. Leave it open to help sort of
help the heat rise. Yeah, it's but again, it's the way it goes, isn't it? You adapt to it. Yeah, John. If it's basically, John, if it's the same one that me and Sticks have got, mate, it's a real bonus. You will love it. It's not a big stove, but for what it is, it's for the price, I just can't fault it. I mean, I've brewed up, cooked on mine, warmed the tent. It's a good bit of kit. Absolutely stunning bit of kit. And the thing I do like about it, as I said today when I was doing the video, is the fact that it's welded. There is no risk of leakage. There's no risk of explosion. I was looking at it today and I was thinking, you know what, you can probably put a gas canister in there, detonate it, and it would probably hold the force. It's that well constructed. Again, with the candles, I wasn't worried about the candles leaking, combusting, and going into a runaway situation purely and simply because that little box would have held it, kept it contained and safe. All I've had to do was probably block the chimney, starve it of oxygen, and shut it down that way. Oh, good. And there are probably more better ones out there, but they're going to be a lot more expensive. I mean, when you're looking at the little stoves, some of those stoves, £300-400 in the UK. Some of them sit. I mean, I've seen them up to pretty much £1,000. Feed box with the wood pellets. Oh, mate. And a load of section that's an oven. Oh, John, that sounds interesting. That really does sound interesting. Now that sounds like a proper. Yeah, mate. If you get it, send us some pictures. Do a video on it. That sounds really, really interesting. Feed box, wood pellets. Yeah, that sounds interesting. That sounds like a really good. I mean, again, part of the reason I got the stove wasn't so much for the camping, for the prepping side of things. Gives you that little alternative that I can go to if I need to. Oh, yeah. That sounds really interesting. Yeah, they Sussex. Yeah, they work brilliantly.
There's just some that actually clip on around the stovepipe, isn't there?
Yeah. You get some that go around the stovepipe. I've seen ovens as well that are designed to go around the stovepipe.
Oh, excellent! T's managed to got the one for the same as yours, £45.
Yeah, and again, what I would say, if when you get
Sam,
you've got to burn it in. That's the one thing you've got the instructions that come with it. It needs a good burn, outside, fresh air.
Yeah, don't worry if the top warps a little bit.
Yeah, when you first light it, every time you first light it, the top bows slightly, and it is only very, very slightly. And that's purely and simply because the heat's rising in it, hitting the top first, and that's obviously expanding. But as the temperature comes up, everything squares up, and again, when it cools down, it comes back to flat. So it's metal is going to expand when it gets hot. Simple as that.
See, we got the stove, the you got the pipe, the extra bit.
Yeah.
We bought that. Did I get it from?
What, the spark arrestor?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the spark arrestor. We bought a spark arrestor for it. It's a 60 mil. It's a 60 mil chimney or diameter chimney. So at the end of the day, yeah, there are.
I got that from AliExpress.
Yeah.
That one was about £1.80.
Yeah,
£2.
There are lots of companies out there doing extensions and on pipes. So again, it's one of those things you can get and you can build up yourself.
That's a good idea. To copy a pipe round the stovepipe for hot water. So, he says his wife had said she would be ordinary one. Wink, wink.
So Denise, what I think
Owen
could definitely do with one. He would never ask for one because he would feel embarrassed and shamed by his inability to deal with the cold.
I'll tell you, it's a great thing to buy them.
Yeah. So I'm trying.
I say to you, I bought this spark arrestor from AliExpress, but you can buy them. There's lots of different.
Yeah, I had to modify the spark arrestor that came. Oh, I'll get the stove down. Oh, sorry. Well, was that you?
No, it's me.
Oh, sorry, love. I did have to modify.
Yeah, the trouble is, some of the things on AliExpress are cheaper, and then you notice in the small print that it's like £8 posting, and like we fell foul of that. We ordered there was a stove there for £10. We ordered that, and when it came, the stick's the same. It got what they actually said was a bolt, although the label on the packet said it was a stove with the fuel flue, the pipes and everything.
So, obviously I've got
night, lovey.
I've got my pipes inside, but I've got the spark arrestor which comes like that. But that was too tight a fit to go over the pipe, so I just put some slots in it. So that it cut some slots in it. So it does that, and it fits on there lovely. But because obviously that is a little bit longer than those, it doesn't fit inside. But what it tends to do is it just lives
Sticks, on there. Sticks got it for £39. The same thing is, it's a sum.
What I have got. So in the event, I was talking about this earlier on today.
Oh, that's what I got for £7.
Yeah. In the event
that was £7. Sorry.
It went tits up here, and I had to use this in the house. What the theory is, if you imagine the window being
it was £7. Sorry. It's that joint there that comes as £1. odd.
And then obviously run the other pipes. So literally I could run that out of a window, seal the window up using mat, whatever. And I will say to you, if you're going to get one of these, go on to AliExpress, Temu or eBay, whatever, fiberglass mat. Just
that was only a
cheap and
couple
simple
of quid.
fiberglass mat put underneath it. Gives you that. You will find with these bits of ash, little bits of wood, embers, and that will drop out. If you've got one of these just sitting in front of it or under the front edge, so it just pokes out a bit, it's going to capture it. In actual fact, I would say to you, if you're going to get one of these stoves, get one about twice that size. So that is about 16 inches
You can
across.
actually get two and put a peg in the two eye holes.
So basically, you just got that little bit of protection for ground sheets.
Yeah, they are great. You think, what's that going to do? But they do. You anything hot lands on that.
So then I can stick the rest of the pipes on there, run it out. That's the theory. That is my home survival prep system.
I believe Sam managed to get one.
Yeah.
He's got the same model.
Yeah, I think you're going to see. I think we got onto it a bit early. I think you're going to see a lot of these out and about next year. Because again, a lot of people would love a stove for their tent, their camping, and all the rest of it, but they've always been so ridiculously expensive. It's just, because there was few companies making it, but now the little Chinese companies are getting onto it and producing it. So that helps bring the prices down.
That's it. I mean, they're ideal. You need a little pan on it, and I think it's great. And obviously, the hanging bits to the side, if you've got socks on it, you just hang them each side and let them dry out. But it seems daft when you see some of them. They want like 200 quid for the same model, and you can get it for a much better price.
And now, some weight-wise, they are £15. It's £15 in weight. So you're looking at, what's that, 7.5 kilos?
Yeah.
Carry it by the handles like that. It's not a hard thing to carry. Pretty much, I could probably, I've lugged that down through the woods, but you could probably lug it a good sort of,
put some sort of
mile or
material
so.
on it.
Yeah, depending on your fitness, you could lug that along to wherever you needed to. But especially things like car camps comes into its own.
Like Janet.
Really comes into its own. Oh,
bright light.
Try to shut that light down a bit. Yeah, right.
Oh, see, sorry. Yeah, I reckon it would. Would it sit in an old, an old roasting tray?
Yeah. Me and Jason were talking about this. Jason's getting one for his van, and that's basically, like he said, that's all he's going to do is build a block for it because the legs sit high enough anyhow. When I tested that the first time up the woods, I really got it going, and I put my hand underneath it, and it is pretty good. All the heat is directed up through it. So Jason's theory, we were talking about it, and so his theory is to put it into a baking tray, but actually surround the back edge of it and the sides of it with house bricks. So it's in his van, because obviously it's going to be a permanent fit. And then that's going to act as a heat sink, so that draws the heat into the bricks. And then once that's gone out, it's going to give him a slower release of heat and energy through the night, because obviously the bricks end up as a store. There are.
He has to get his own kettle because he loves that kettle.
Oh, everybody loves that kettle. That's a good kettle. That
5.5 litre kettle that is. That was £11 on.
Yeah.
Temu,
and it's stainless steel, cleaned up treat. We used that on the last camp, and it ended up absolutely black on the outside. but it cleaned up a treat. I mean, I've not bothered too much on the bottom, but the sides and that cleaned up a treat. And it's a cheap and cheerful stainless steel kettle.
But everyone had a hot drink when they wanted it because it just kept.
Simple little thing. You got a little flapper there on the spout, just stop spiders from disappearing down there. And it's got a whistle on it. So basically, if you set the simple rule every time somebody takes a brew, they add a cup of cold water, that thing literally stayed boiling over for the entire weekend. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Recommend them. If some say, oh yeah, but it's bulky, but it's no weight. It's only thin stainless steel. It's no weight at all. So it's the sort of thing. Clip it on the outside of your
There's
pack.
going to be lots of you. You're spreading it out between you anyway.
I think if there's 2 of you or more, then that kettle is an absolute bonus.
So you fold your ration packs in and shove them in there as well.
Well, that's the other nice thing with that handle. So the handle folds to one side. So if you wanted, you could use
quite a few
pretty
packs
much
in there.
like a stew pot stroke pressure cooker almost. So you could do almost anything in there.
See, if you get some thermal bricks, they're lighter and made for the job.
Yeah. You know, but again, yeah, it just creates more options.
Yeah, they're good. All right, like I said, he come back off the weekend. It was black, but
Janet, take care.
No, she's not going.
Stay safe.
No,
she's not going.
No, she said she put a message up, so she had to go, and then she come back again.
Oh right, back now. Oh right, welcome back, Janet. Yeah, hot tent stoves. I mean, that one at 40 odd quid, you just can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. It is bulky. It's £15 in weight. But if you've got somewhere that, again, for me, sometimes I go up the woods, I park the car pretty much within walking distance of where I'm camping. To be able to take that at this time of year and set it up, it's a bonus. And in the summer, what I'm looking at is a contained fire unit. So rather than worrying about fire risk, if I want to do something with a fire.
Yeah, Steph was saying that kettle's been ideal for their camps. Yeah. So I was looking up sand batteries, sand heat.
Yeah. Or sand's been used for heat sinks for donkey's years. In actual fact, a lot of the old Argos and things like that, they used to use perlite in some of them and sand in some of the others as a layer between the firebox and the outside of the cast iron. So basically, you'd had 2 skins, and that would act as a heat sink, which meant you controlled the release of the heat a lot more efficiently into the ovens and that. Stealth, that kettle, mate. I would call that kettle a whip round kettle for a camp where you've got a group of regular mates up there. Everybody chucks £3 into the pot. Was it Temu? Yeah, on the Temu, £11, mate. Can't go wrong with it. And I was worried that it'd be too thick. I didn't want a really thick one. I want something to heat fast and efficiently. It's
not overly heavy, is it?
Yeah, it's not heavy. It is a thin stainless steel kettle. It's brilliant because that means if I dent it, the dents will knock out. It is as well that it's one piece from here pressed up to there, and that's the seam on it is here. So again, the bonus is, unlike some of the kettles where you've got a seam down there, if you dent the seam, it's going to leak. And it's only thin gauge, which makes it super light. Oh, I might be doing that up the woods next time I'm up there. Hello, Sticks. Got an echo.
It's the amount of coffee it goes through, especially.
Yeah. And I say 5.5 litres. The nice one with that for us up in the camp was I literally knocked myself up 2 hot water bottles each evening, chucked it in my bed about half an hour before I hit the sack. Oh, toasty, lovely. Yeah, sand batteries, very interesting. They're a great way of storing heat. Fantastic, slow release silica. Do like a bit of sand. And I'll tell you, the other one I've always enjoyed doing, I haven't done one in ages, might do one this year once it gets better, a Benghazi cooker. Using a proper tin filled with sand. You stick your fuel in there, whether you're using petrol, kerosene, have gas, diesel, whatever you're going to use, and like that. Makes a really, really good cooker. Made famous during the Second World War.
You've got your power bank in pieces.
Benny. He's a technical lad,
He
Benny,
just can't
isn't he?
leave it. He's got to keep.
Yeah. Was it broken or was he just exploring it?
It's what a brother you're. He used to be like that. Take everything bloody apart. We bought a CB receiver between us. We couldn't afford it, because we were in our teens then. And he took that apart. He took a mum's Hoover apart. I never took it back together again.
Yeah, but look at him now.
He's a rocket scientist. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I suppose that's the thing for him, though, isn't it? He builds all those rockets and satellites and things and sends them up, but he never has to bring them back and fix them, does
he? No. You'll fix it. Okay.
Yeah.
With a bean tin and some.
Yeah, there you go. Benny, he's our man. If he can't fix it, no one can. Go, Benny! Go, Benny! Tiny squirrels that were turning the power crank.
What's that, Willow?
Who was that video we see the other day? Retro Mechanic. Guys picked up an old Land Rover. And he picked up this old Series 3 Land Rover, 500 quid near him, to take it home to restore it. And he was cleaning it out. He was going, oh, look, mouse poo. And then there was a tiny little field mouse under one of the seats. And I'll give the guy his due. He actually caught it, put it in a bucket, took it out to a field and let it go again. Yeah, bless him. Small lives. Small lives matter. Yeah.
He said he got the car back, took the cigarette lighter off, put a plug on it, and actually he's happy because you can get it down the sides of the sofa.
And still use it for the car. Benny, inventive genius. Do you know what? That's one of the things we're losing in the modern world, isn't it? The inventive genius. The guy that looks at a problem and goes, I can find an answer to that. Now, these are the guys that saved nations in the past. These are the guys that were firing ball bearings and marbles across tubs of water and developing methods, ideologies and that. When everybody else thinks they're a little bit, they go, no, I've got an idea. I've got an idea. That just might work.
He thought it was his bell. That's why I took him a treat.
Oh, sorry, mate.
No, it's my fault because I'm clicking it. And he thought it was his bell. I've taught Willow, he's got a little dog bell. And we took out a minute to teach him to click the bell, ring the bell to get a treat. And of course, me clicking that, he thought it was his bell.
So. Works on USB now. So you can run it off your computer as well.
Yeah.
Red to yellow, yellow to red, blue to fun. Oh dear. Oh, it does make me chuckle. Oh, it's nearly 2 hours. Well, that's it, guys. We're coming up to a 2 hour period. We're getting ready to wind it up. So.
Yes. Yeah, what is actual science?
Yeah, exactly that. Hold my beer, guys. It's redneck science. Love it. You know. And again, it's that thing of, don't you just love it when somebody says you can't? Right? Prepared firefighter. Tom's got a video on at the moment. It's just come up. One with ultralight Cape shelter. Yeah, he's giving that a go. Yeah, so any of you are interested, right? So Prepared Pathfinder. Tom, absolutely brilliant guy. Legend in his own lifetime. Got a fantastic channel. Dive over. have a look at his stuff as well if that's what you're interested in. He does a lot of the tactical stuff. He's just been out in Alaska for several weeks testing equipment and gear out there. And obviously, being an ex-Pathfinder, a lot of it is very military based. But yeah, well worth a look.
As John says, but did you die? Best live stream motto ever.
It is the best live stream motto ever. But did you die? We've all had adventures. We all find ourselves in the situation.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, in the new year, once I'm back on my feet, got the bike sorted, I'm starting my own motorcycle club. It will be a T-shirt club, and it is going to be called the Shit Creek Survivors. All right? You'll all be welcome to join. Whether or not you've got a motorcycle doesn't matter.
I think that is, yeah.
You've got to ask yourself that simple question. Are you a Shit Creek survivor? Because I know I am. I've dropped that paddle. I've had to use my hands, but I've always made it to shore. Yeah. And Merry Christmas, people. Remember, don't stop believing. I'm glad they weren't dyslexic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom is top guy. He absolutely sounds a pound. Says it as it is. Doesn't give any bullshit. Doesn't give any attitude. Sound. Absolutely sound. Second best motto. Well, mate, she really didn't look like a cop to me.
Hi, Invisible Camper.
Janet, take it easy. Invisible Camper. Yeah. Yeah, it's mate. I've inquired with a couple of the alpha clubs, shall we say, and they've said, yeah, you want to start a T-shirt club, non-affiliated. Yeah, it's not a problem as long as you're not putting patches on your cuts. You do it, Mickey. Have fun, enjoy yourselves. So yeah. No attitudes, no egos, just having a laugh. That's all it's about. But yeah, always fancied that. I've got a patch.
Night, Janet.
I've had it for years. It just says Shit Creek Survivor, and it literally just summed it up to me. Do you know what?
Santa's slaves, oh dear.
Getting.
It's all right this time of year, but maybe not in the rest. Oh yeah, that could cause you some. Yes,
that could cause you some shit. Depending on what area you're in, that could really cause you some shit. Joe, what have they got your dyslexic members?
That's it. That's it. Visible.
Yeah. Invisible. Same myself. Done the patch
easy
thing.
life. It's just about the joy of the ride now, isn't it?
That's what it's about. It's about, again, I'm not knocking anybody. They've got their own rules, got their own regulations, they've got their own way of doing things. But the minute people start saying to me, you can't go here, you can't go there, you can't associate with this, you can't associate with that, Index Mickey's out. I'm my own free man. I'll do my own thing. And I'll respect everybody else. It's one of my golden rules in life. Respect everybody. Show respect. Be decent to others rather than be decent to you. And if they're not, just walk away. You know? Yeah. So there we go. We've already got a Scottish chapter. We've got a Welsh chapter. This is the fastest growing club in the world. We've even got an American chapter possibly.
Yeah.
So watch your space 5 years from now.
Yeah. Multinational.
Yeah. International.
Yeah.
It's Shit Creek Survivors International. Yeah, that is what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's about just enjoying life. Things don't do serious. Max the Nomad. Shit Creek Survivor Nomad. Yeah. This is getting organised.
I'm the first one to do it on a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
Big one.
Yeah, we accept.
Yeah, meet up at the Thunder in the Glens. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a giggle. Yeah. So who are you lot? We're the Shit Creek Survivors. Oh, are you? World's largest T-shirt club, mate. Got international chapters.
Yeah.
Matt, if you want leather chaps,
And
you can have,
conscious,
yeah.
knock
If
yourself out.
you want leather chaps, you carry on, mate. It's we don't judge.
Yeah.
We don't
It
judge.
doesn't, don't have, no, you don't have to ride. You don't have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's
bicycles.
Right. In actual fact, I wouldn't even call the Shit Creek Survivors a motorcycle club. It's literally the Shit Creek Survivor Club, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
We are a collection of Shit Creek survivors. We've literally
no paddles allowed.
yeah, we don't do paddles. Paddles are for pussies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's our motto. That's our bottom rocker. Paddles are for pussies.
Yeah, using the price of them things now.
I'm not taking the piss because I was looking at a C90.
C90 Cub. Jeez.
Yeah. I keep looking. Or if I could afford one, the C125, the Super Cub.
We watched a thing on YouTube yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A bloke with a C90 Cub was doing the Ridgeway.
Yeah.
Off-road, on the off-road
Green Lane
tracks.
One end to the other.
Oh my God, he was going so fast. I thought he's just gonna, he's zipping along.
Yeah. It's about having a bit of fun.
With normal shoes. Who goes on a byway with normal shoes on?
He was adventurous soul, though, wasn't he? Good night, Benny. Take it safe, mate. Have a good week. Enjoy yourself. Look after yourself. No. Yeah, we'll have a look into that. We'll have a look into some T-shirts. Night, Benny. Sleep well, brother. All the best to the family.
Yeah, because Luna's getting on now, isn't she? Oh, little Graham. Yeah, how is the little devil?
Right, so.
Yeah.
On Division 110. Yeah.
We're watching Bikes and Beards, and he bought a load of mini bikes over from Japan. Yeah. And he had is it VFR 50? Was it 80?
50.
Yeah, 50. Yeah. And he had some of the 50cc motorbikes but the scaled down ones. Yeah. And a gold monkey bike. Yeah. And it had a scooter that was done to look like a Harley with the...
Yeah, it was a monkey bike.
Yeah, monkey bike. It was done out with the panniers on the back.
Gull wing fairing a lot.
Yeah.
Or back wing fairing, I should say.
It was amazing.
Yeah, so that was all a good bit of fun. Anyhow, that's it. We're winding up. That's 2 hours and 2 minutes. I fancy cheese on toast.
That's it. I've been replaced by cheese on toast.
Cheese on toast and some crispy onion bits.
If you like. And I'm sure Willow would like to chew on that bone he's got downstairs. Yeah. Like a Tyrannosaurus Rex thing.
Right, so, guys, have an awesome week wherever you are. Get outside, have your adventures, have your giggles. Remember, you're all Shit Creek survivors. And that's how we deal with life, isn't it? Just keep putting one foot in front of the other and laughing. That's all you can do. Take it easy. Have fun. Keep grinning. Have your adventures. And yeah, we will catch up through the week, if not next Sunday. Look after yourselves, guys.
Team, try some turmeric with some honey. Yep. Mix it together.
Yeah, turmeric and honey, really, really, really good. If you can still find it, if you find some store somewhere, 4-star. Just don't light up a fag afterwards.
Night all, have a fantastic week.
Yeah, take care, guys. Have fun. Take care. Love those you do. Forgive those you don't.
No. Well, try turmeric anyway. You can put it in something.
That's a nightmare.
Else.
It's got to be an alternative for you. It's got to be an alternative to your brandy.
Yeah, put a bit of turmeric in that.
Yeah, a bit of turmeric and some brandy and gargle with that, mate. Okay. If it don't cure it, you'll forget worrying about it.
Care.
Yeah. Anyhow, so guys, stay safe, have fun, be good, get outdoors, have your adventures, love those you do, forgive those you don't, and as always, may peace and light be upon you all. Till next time, stay safe, have fun, be good. This is Mickey, Kaz,
Bye.
Mac, Life's a Hobby,
And
all
Willow.
you guys, and Willow. Yeah, get out.